It's Friday night in Mossy Bottom, and the Eagles Sports Network is on the air. The Eagles Sports Network proudly presents the Fairview Eagles football team as we bring you live coverage of the Fairview Eagles from Westwood, Kentucky. Now, let's head down to the field for Countdown to Kickoff.
And welcome in to Fairview Eagles football here on the Eagles Sports Network. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I'm Chauncey Griffith. So glad to have you along. Here in a few moments, I'll be joined by Mr. Craig McCormick. We're live from Raceland, Kentucky, here in the Platinum Industries broadcast booth on the campus of Raceland High School at Ram Field, where the Fairview Eagles are set to take on the Raceland Rams. We're going to step out and take a break for the national anthem, and we'll be back in just a few moments here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Let us pray.
Visit Home Builders Supply at 1560 Diedrich Boulevard in Flatwoods, Kentucky, your one-stop shop for everything for your home. They call it a whole home store for a reason. Find them on Facebook at Home Builders Supply LLC or give them a call at 606-388-2465 for all the kitchen, bathroom, flooring, and any other need you may have for your home. And they're open to the public. That's Home Builders Supply, 1560 Diedrich Boulevard, Flatwoods, Kentucky. And thank you to the folks at Home Builders Supply for their support of high school student athletes like the ones at Fairview High School.
The fine folks at Home Builders Supply, proud sponsors of Fairview Eagles Athletics, have opened a new store named HBS Furniture. It is located at 101 Kentucky Route 1, behind Super Quick. They offer wall-to-wall furniture, as well as many other unique home items that you'll love. Check them out on Facebook at HBS Furniture, or give them a call at 606-750-4238, or look them up online at supplyhomebuilders.com. It's the folks at Home Builder Supply and HBS Furniture that makes this broadcast possible.
Visit Home Builders Supply at 1560 Diedrich Boulevard in Flatwoods, Kentucky, your one-stop shop for everything for your home. They call it a whole home store for a reason. Find them on Facebook at Home Builders Supply LLC or give them a call at 606-388-2465 for all the kitchen, bathroom, flooring, and any other need you may have for your home. And they're open to the public. That's Home Builders Supply, 1560 Diedrich Boulevard, Flatwoods, Kentucky. And thank you to the folks at Home Builders Supply for their support of high school student athletes like the ones at Fairview High School.
And welcome back into the Platinum Industries broadcast booth. I'm Chauncey Griffith. So glad to have you along. We're live at Raceland Worthington High School, Ram Stadium, historic Ram Stadium. Decided tonight's matchup between the Fairview Eagles and the Raceland Rams. The Fairview Eagles come into this game at 4-3 on the year under head coach Alex Roy in his second year at the helm of the program. They're coming off a home loss last week versus Nicholas County. The Eagles' wishbone-style offense is anchored by junior running back Jace Murray, starting fullback, and averaging 95 yards and a touchdown per contest. They look to get back their winning ways here tonight and improve their district record to 500 as they are 0-1 after the loss to Nicholas County last week. The Raceland Rams come into this ballgame at 5-1 under 12th-year head coach Mike Sammons. They're coming off a big win last week over Hazard. That was at Hazard, not County, Kentucky, down 23 and keep driving. They're led by a high-powered offensive attack behind quarterback junior Jace Waller. He averages 149 passing yards and 2.2 touchdowns per game. Also behind junior running back Landon Stiltner, who's running the ball for 122 yards per game and averaging almost 2 touchdowns himself. This is district matchup number 1 for Raceland, as the other 4 teams in the district faced off last week. Now it's Raceland's turn. And first up for them are your Fairview Eagles. And both teams looking for a win, no question about it. 64 degrees is the temperature. A little difference from the last few weeks, a little cooler. Feels like fall football weather. The atmosphere here at Ram Stadium is, as always, wonderful, awesome. And the Fairview faithful over there in the bleachers, Fairview in their white road jerseys, black numbers, Fairview written across their chest in black, outlined in red, black pants, and, of course, black helmets with the outline of the Florida-style F in red on their helmet as well. Raceland, I believe, are going to be wearing gray uniforms. I'm not sure yet. They haven't. We'll find out here in just a moment. They were wearing gray pants earlier, though, so that's a little spoiler alert. We're audio only this week. We're on the road down here at Raceland. So glad you could tune in with us here on the Eagle Sports Network. We're going to step out and take our first official short break, but the reason we're doing that is because when we come back, we will have Coach Alex Roy on with us, and you'll get to hear his take on tonight's matchup. He'll talk a little bit about his team, about the opponent, and maybe give us some keys to a Fairview Eagle win here tonight. After that, we'll preview some more of the matchup, tell you a little bit more of the historical stats between Fairview and Raceland, and then we'll give you the starting lineups for your Fairview Eagles and a whole lot of football coming your way from Raceland, Kentucky. It's your Fairview Eagles taking on the Raceland Rams. We're back in just a moment here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Here are your officials for tonight's game. Your referee is Justin Royster. Your umpire is Mike.
What are you doing out there?
Come on!
I saw you at the game the other night. Yeah, you. Up there getting mad, acting like we're all out there making $1 million a game. Well, let me be real with you. This isn't the pros. It's school sports, and it's a game, our game. So please, let us play.
School sports fans, remember, when you cheer for your team, make noise for the right reasons. This message presented by the NFHS and the NIAAA.
And all student athletes in Kentucky.
Back in Raceland, we're now joined by Fairview Eagles head football coach Alex Roy. Coach, thanks for giving us a little time here in the pregame.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, district matchup number 2, what can you tell us about Raceland?
Man, you know, everything that you see on paper with Raceland, everything you've heard about in the news and the newspaper, I mean, it's true. I mean, they're a good football team, and you know, as thick as my blood runs, I hate them, but, you know, like, you got to respect the stuff that they've been able to do as a football program.
I think you put it well. You definitely respect what they do.
I do. You know, I have a lot of respect for Mike Sammons. I've got a lot of respect for what they do down here. I mean, this is a beautiful place. They've got athletics booming. They put a lot of money into athletics, and their kids have bought into it. And, you know, they're a good football team.
Yes, they are. Coach, how's this week of practice going?
This week of practice has been a little bit different. You know, we had to in short terms cut away the cancer, and we did just that. And you know, we found out the ones that wanted to be here and the ones that didn't, and they're ready to go to war tonight.
You gotta love that you know the ones that when push comes to shove, I guess is the saying, you know the ones you can depend on.
Yeah, you know, and it's every week that we talk, we tell our kids, like, I've looked at them multiple times and said, boys, if you all don't want to be here and we only have 10, I'll go play with 10.
Sure.
But it's going to be 10 guys that are going to give me everything they got for 4 quarters, and they're going to go out on a stretcher if they need to.
What can we expect tonight?
You know, we're going to get on our stuff that we've done all season, and we're going to try to play our brand of football. We've got to run hard. The running backs have to run hard. Our linemen have to get to the second level and block. We got to get in people's way.
Sure.
And make it difficult for them. And we're going to run some time off the clock.
Yeah, man. That's what your offense is designed to do.
It is. You know, I've gone away from being a spread guy, and I've gone to more of the wishbone. I like it. Bill Music talked me into it, and I think there's a lot of things that I can do out of the wishbone that I just couldn't do out of the spread.
Sure.
And you know, he said if you're not a great team, you can still stay in the game with the wishbone, we've been able to do that, and I still think we're a really good football team when we get it clicking.
That's exactly right. Coach, one more question. What are the keys for a win?
We've got to swarm to the football. We can't be afraid to tackle like last week. Raceland's got 2 big running backs, and they're just as advertised. They're good football players. We've got to swarm. We've got to hit them low. We've got to play 4 quarters of football. We have to give everything we've got on this field. And if the score isn't what we like at the very end, I can lay my head tonight and be happy with 100% effort.
I love it, Coach. Go Eagles.
Go Eagles.
Back after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
Timeout.
All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
And welcome back into historic Ram Stadium. I'm Chauncey Griffith along with Craig McCormick. We're glad to have you along. It's your Fairview Eagles taking on the Raceland Rams. Matter of fact, this is quite a storied series, I guess you'd say. Raceland leads this series with 45 wins to Fairview's 11. That's dating all the way back to 1970 was the first matchup. That was a 14-0 win at Raceland by Raceland. As I mentioned, dates back to 1970. The Eagles are 4-25 here in Ram Stadium. In Westwood, though, they're 7-20. Raceland has won 10 in a row dating back to 2015, October the 16th of 2015 to be exact. That game was at Raceland under head coach Fred Ray, who was in his 3rd year. The Eagles were 7-5 at the end of that season. But in that Raceland game, Fairview defeated Raceland 24-22. Alex Roy, a name you might be familiar with, was the quarterback in that ball game. He threw for 282 yards and 2 touchdowns on 29 completions. He also ran the ball for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns on 7 carries. A big night for now Coach Alex Roy as the quarterback, and that was the last time that the Fairview Eagles defeated Raceland. Last season, the two teams played on October the 11th, 2024. That was in Mossy Bottom in Westwood. Raceland came out of that one on top by a score of 56-6. Jace Murray ran 7 times for 63 yards and scored the team's only touchdown. For Raceland, Jacob Waller in the air was 16 of 17 for 237 yards and a touchdown. They also had 5 players who recorded at least 1 rushing touchdown. So a big night offensively for the Raceland Rams last season. And looking forward to getting this one going here as Raceland comes in 5-1. We mentioned last week they fell to Hazard on the road. This season, the Fairview Eagles right now 4-3 coming into this ball game. Did I say they fell? Craig, did I just say that they got beat by Hazard? Because they didn't. They beat Hazard last week. I don't know what I said. Nonetheless, and I unplugged your microphone as well, buddy. Now you're in.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, I stand corrected. Raceland defeated Hazard last week in a big game down in Knott County, and Fairview fell to Nicholas County last week in a game in Mossy Bottom. So Fairview officially 4-3, 0-1 in district play. And, Craig, did you see what happened there as they were doing the coin toss?
Yeah, the coin toss, the Rams won the toss, and they elected to receive for the first half. So we'll get the ball, start the second half.
All right. And we see here the Rams making their way out onto the football field, a beautiful turf field here in Raceland. Raceland wearing an anthracite is what I call that color, gray top, gray bottom. Orange helmet, of course, with a ram horn on each side of it in white. Orange numbers outlined in white, and I believe Raceland written across their chest in orange, trimmed in as white as well. Sharp-looking uniforms, I must say, for the Raceland Rams. I am a fan. I was a fan when the University of Kentucky, the year they had those dark gray anthracite with checkerboard on the sleeves. I was a fan. But the Raceland Rams, great uniforms at home. Fairview, as I mentioned, in their white jerseys on the road. This, as I mentioned, we're probably just going to keep it right here because both teams making their way out. It's almost time to rock and roll. We'll take a look real quick at that starting offense for the Fairview Eagles. Some changes in lineup. No secret. Coach mentioned it in the pregame interview. Had the way he put it, they had to weed a few players out, cut some fat, I guess is what he said, something like that, trim some fat. Nonetheless, a little bit new look in the backfield. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Up front, left tackle Devin Gibson, left guard Eli Stewart, center Conlon Slavens, right guard Hayden Webster, right tackle Wyatt Bowen. At tight end tonight, J.J. May, wide receiver Tony Vendetti, quarterback freshman Hunter Good, fullback tonight, Jace Murray, and two tailbacks. They are Armani Burnside and Rylan Hatfield. So that's what we're looking at offensively, and we're almost ready to rock and roll as looks like a new kicker for the Eagles tonight, too. I was not informed of that. Were you, Craig?
No.
And thank you for holding that light for me, too.
It looks like it's 93.
Jaden Miller handling kickoff duties tonight. Not seen that this season. Was not aware that was coming either, were you?
There was a couple times that the game you missed.
Okay.
He did kick, but
and it's an onside kick, and it is recovered at the 45-yard line of Raceland by Raceland's number 3. That is Brigham Davidson. Did what he was supposed to do, fell on the football, and pretty good field position here. It'll be over toward the right hash as Raceland moving from right to left on your radio dial. It'll be 1st and 10 for them, almost right at midfield. Defensively for Fairview, looks something like this. Little new look. They're running like a 3-5 with two outside linebackers walked up, is the way Coach Cottle described it to me, and it makes sense. It could also be a 5-2, or a 3-4. I'm sorry, with two outside linebackers walked up. Nonetheless, a pass on first down into the flats. It's caught, and some room to run down the sideline. I'm not sure exactly yet. Ison. Parker Ison won the catch. His first catch of the ball game. Gets it all the way down to the 37-yard line of Fairview. So a pickup of 18 yards for Parker Ison, the team's leading receiver. Makes it 1st down and 10, Raceland. Back in that 3-4 defensive look, I think we'll see a lot of that here tonight. A 3-man front, two outside linebackers walked up to the line, standing up. And sprinting out on the left side is Jacob Waller. He has his guy. It's number 5. And he's in the end zone for a touchdown. That's Landon Stiltner with his first receiving touchdown of the season. Makes it 6-0, Raceland. Now, if you're watching, if you're on YouTube here, I'm about to try something that I've never done before. We are in the first quarter, and that was a touchdown Raceland. So we do have the live score up as that 37-yard touchdown gets Raceland on the board. With 11:27 to go. Landon Stiltner with his first catch of the ball game. The extra point's good as well. With 11:27 to go, it's 7-0, and we're back in just a moment here on the Eagles Sports Network.
The fine folks at Home Builder Supply, proud sponsors of Fairview Eagles Athletics, have opened a new store named HBS Furniture. It is located at 101 Kentucky Route 1, behind Super Quick. They offer wall-to-wall furniture, as well as many other unique home items that you'll love. Check them out on Facebook at HBS Furniture, or give them a call at 606-750-4238, or look them up online at supplyhomebuilders.com. It's the folks at Home Builder Supply and HBS Furniture that makes this broadcast possible.
And we are definitely thankful for the folks at Home Builder Supply and the folks at HBS Furniture and the folks at Timber Ridge and the folks at Platinum Industries for sponsoring this broadcast booth as we sit here And the kick is in the air. It's going to drop inside the 10. Burnside just lets it fall. I guess he thought it was going to go take a roll. It did not. It hit that turf. You saw the black pellets fly up. It stayed right there. When he fell onto the football, he was inside the 10-yard line, closer to the 5-yard line, all the way right on the 5-yard line. So 95 yards to the end zone for the Eagles. Raceland started out with pretty good field position on their first drive. Fairview way back in their own territory.
Yeah, we're way back. I'm sure Coach Alex is calling a play to get out of being close to the end zone, because we definitely don't want a safety to start out this early in the game.
I would say you're right. We probably won't see any passes anytime soon. Not that we would anyway, out of this style of offense. On first down, a handoff out of the wishbone goes to the fullback Murray. He chugs ahead for a pickup of a few. Give him about 2, maybe we'll say about 3 yards. Makes it second down, 7 yards to go.
They're still moving.
Yeah, I'll take that back. He did fall forward. That's something we talked about last week. In this style of offense, when you run the ball, no matter what, keep your feet moving and never fall backward. Always chug forward, and that's something Jason Murray does a good job at. It's going to be second down and 4 yards to go from the 9-yard line now, and Fairview taking their time getting out of the huddle. Play clock, which we do have here at Raceland, down to 5, and they had better hurry or we're going to see a delay. Down to 2 and 1, and the ball snaps as it hits 0. No flags, though. On second down, a handoff again, and brought down in the backfield is, I believe that was Ryland Hatfield on that carry for a loss of a yard. Makes it third down and 3. Ryland Hatfield playing one of the tailbacks here tonight. Down to 10 minutes, clock still rolling. And Coach Roy, I feel confident in saying this on the air, told his offense, we're going to keep control of the football as much as possible, and that's what we're seeing here. Down to 1, the ball snaps, and off tackle, and I'm telling you what, I'm having a hard time seeing from up here who had the football.
I believe that was
pickup of a
Murray.
yard. That was Jace Murray. I actually give him about 3 yards on the pickup, maybe 4. I'm going to say about a 4-yard gain there for Jace Murray. It's going to be fourth down and 3 yards to go.
That's something that you see every time when Jace carries the ball. He's not stopping. He's going to try to get that extra yardage, and you've got the line coming up and help pushing, and it just shows that they've bought into Alex's game plan.
That's right. Devin Gibson back to punt. One returner back deep to receive for the Rams, and I'll tell you who that is here in just a moment. Punt's going to fall at about the 42-yard line and take a big Fairview roll into Raceland territory and stop at the 46-yard line of Raceland. That's where they'll take over. First and 10. So a decent punt here. Gets the ball 1 yard forward ahead of where Raceland started out their last possession with. That was a 2-play 55-yard drive that resulted in a 37-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Waller to Landon Stiltner, his first touchdown reception of the season.
The guy deep, I think, was Jonah Arnett.
He was. Yep.
He decided that there was too many Fairview players coming at him.
That's right.
So just walked away.
Did the smart thing.
Yep.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers each way, ball on the left hash. A screen pass to the left side. That's caught by Scout Wilkes. He gets it down the sideline to about the 41-yard line of Raceland, maybe the 42. We'll see where they spot it. Nonetheless, more than enough for the first down. A pickup of about
12.
12, yeah, we'll say 12 yards, 12 or 13 yards.
We'll go 13.
Yeah. First down and 10 from the Fairview 41-yard line. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers to the right. Looking downfield to throw is Waller. He has his guy over in the flats. That is Charlie Vanderhoof. with the reception. He catches it right at the 30-yard line, so a pickup of 11 yards there. And another Raceland first down. Waller has great field vision, seeing what's going on around him, and good protection from up front here so far tonight. He's going to drop back on first down, 3 receivers to the right. Has a receiver wide open, though. The backside guy over on the other side of the field, that's Scout Wilkes, catches it inside the 5. He's brought down and slides into the end zone, but he's brought down at the 1-yard line, so a 30-yard pickup there. Makes it first and goal Raceland from their own from the Fairview 1-yard line. And my apologies, I forgot to add the extra point on there. Yeah, 7-0 is your score with 7.5 to go here in the first. Raceland knocking on the door of another one. A handoff on first and goal is taken in by Landon Stiltner from 1 yard out.
Ramblers!
Add 6 more, it makes it 13-0. Raceland with 7:31 on the clock here in the first period of play.
Landon Stiltner carries the pigskin into the end zone.
PAT unit on to try to tack on one more. I was waiting to see who the kicker was. Parker Eisen is who made the PAT a moment ago. He's going to try his hand at another one here as the ball snapped. The kick is up, and it splits the uprights with 7:31 to go. Your score, Raceland 14, Fairview 0. We're back in just a moment here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Timber Ridge is committed to delivering the highest quality sheds, barns, cabins, play sets, trailers, greenhouses, and more, all tailored to meet the needs and the budgets of their customers. They offer multiple financing options to help make for the best customer experience possible. They also offer 3 options to get what you want. And with payments starting at $79.50 a month, they make it easy. Timber Ridge offers a quality like no other. Visit them at 195 Argolite Road in Flatwoods, Kentucky. Call them at 606-388-2110. Visit their Facebook page or find them online at timberridgeky.com. And a big thank you to the good folks at Timber Ridge for supporting the student athletes at Fairview High School.
And we're back here in Raceland, high atop the press box on the side of the field here at Raceland Rams Field, and the kickoff is going to drop inside the 10, and Armani Burnside, again, this time instead of just letting it go by, he was having trouble tracking it down on the bounce. He falls on it inside the 10, maybe around the 9-yard line. That's where Fairview will take over. So, Greg, terrible field position again.
Yeah, that's two times we've got terrible field position on a kickoff. I'm sure Coach Klein is going to be very upset about
he's probably pulling his hair out about
special
right now.
Teams.
Yeah.
I believe he's upstairs above us right now.
Yep.
And at halftime, I'm sure that's going to be something he's going to talk about.
I'm surprised we haven't heard any stomps yet.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line, we'll say, of Fairview. They've got 90 yards to go to the goal line here as they line up in the wishbone formation. Ball on the right hash, and the receiver over on the right side is Tony Vendetti. And here we go. Good under center. Going to hand it off on first down to Burnside. He has one hole, gets it through that one, picks up maybe a yard, maybe 2 yards. We'll see where they spot it at. And he's brought down by a whole host of Rams. Tell you what, just for a split second there, he got through that the first level, and there was nothing else there. Give him 2 yards. Makes it 2nd down and 8 yards to go.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell where the ball is placed. Several times this year we've thought the ball was placed in a spot, and the referees are still moving with the ball.
Yeah, Tell you what, that hole closed quicker than my mouth after when my wife gives me that look, 2nd down and 8. Same formation, ball shaded over toward the middle of the field this time. Another handoff. This one's going to go to Murray. And he's hit at the line, still not down yet, or at least no indication. And there we go. I believe that'll go down as no gain. It was just kind of a conglomeration.
I believe we got a yard or two.
Okay.
2 yards.
Again, I say it a lot. Maybe even closer to 3 yards. Look at there. It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
That's just something you see from Murray.
That's right.
Always pushing through.
One tough cookie is what I'm going to say. I'm going to try to come up with a better one later on, but for now I'm going to call him one tough cookie.
Yeah, and he thought his arm was something was with his hand. He thought he broke his hand, and the doctor said he was clear there.
Same formation. We're going to see a screen pass out to the left side, and it goes through the hands of Tony Vendetti, and he's hit hard as the ball goes through his hands. I should say he had to go up to get it, and his body was exposed, and he was hit hard there by cornerback Scout Wilkes. So Hunter Good 0 for 1 in the air here tonight. It's 4th and 6. Ball on the 14-yard line of Fairview. I presume, here comes Devin Gibson for the punt. 15 on the play clock. I almost said the shot clock. Where am I at? Down to 10 on the play clock. And
number 5's deep for the Rams.
That's Landon Stiltner. And here we go. A low line drive punt is caught in the hands of Stiltner at the 45-yard line, and he gets it over toward that Fairview sideline with some room to run, but he's brought out of bounds. That is not Stiltner.
Nope, that was number 3.
That's Brigham Davidson.
That's my
No, we're good. We're good.
Looked like a 5 from up here.
It sure did. I'm right there with you. Gets it down inside the 20 to the 19-yard line, so about a 26-yard punt return there. That'll get you some a helmet sticker on Monday, don't you think?
Yeah.
26-yard punt return. That's a pretty good average. Raceland in the shotgun. And a handoff on 1st down up the middle. That is Jonah Arnett. He weaves around, picks up several yards. Not enough for the first, though. Give him 9 yards as it's going to be 2nd down and 1. His first official carry of the ball game. He'll get it. They'll switch it around. He'll get some reps at quarterback too. He's a running threat. When he's out wide, he's a threat. He's an athlete. He's a basketball player, dual sport kind of guy. On 2nd down, same formation, and another handoff goes to Arnett. This time he's going to go off tackle, get in behind the block, and into the end zone for a 9-yard, 10-yard touchdown. So add 6 to the scoreboard, makes it 20-0 here with 5:02 to go here in the first. As I write down the stats here, that was a 10-yard touchdown run by Raceland's Jonah Arnett with 5:02 to go in the first. Jacob Waller handling PAT duties here. As he puts that one through, it's 21-0 with 5:02 to go. Raceland leads Fairview here in the first period of play. We're back in just a moment on the Eagle Sports Network.
The fine folks at Home Builder Supply, proud sponsors of Fairview Eagles Athletics, have opened a new store named HBS Furniture. It is located at 101 Kentucky Route 1, behind Super Quick. They offer wall-to-wall furniture, as well as many other unique home items that you'll love. Check them out on Facebook at HBS Furniture, or give them a call at 606-750-4238, or look them up online at supplyhomebuilders.com. It's the folks at Home Builder Supply and HBS Furniture that makes this broadcast possible.
And a big thank you to HBS Furniture, Home Builder Supply. Thank you again to Timber Ridge and to Platinum Industries, who are sponsoring our broadcast booth. Without them, we would not be here with you this evening. 21-0 your score, 5:02 to go in the first. Raceland leads the Fairview Eagles. Another kickoff. They've flip-flopped their returners. This time it is, who is that over there? It's Tony Vendetti. And I tell you what, the ball fell out of there. He caught it right about the same play. The place kicker, consistent. He brought it across field, hit hard right at about the 15-yard line. Ball came out, maybe the 16. Nonetheless, he was down. The ground caused the fumble. It's going to be 1st and 10 Fairview. Now, I do see a flag up here around midfield. We'll wait. It's over here on the Raceland sideline. We'll wait and see what the indication is, as we've got a hold called against Fairview. So I presume that should back them up 10 yards. And they're way deep in their own territory yet again to start out another offensive drive. Starting position for all three drives have been the 6 and then the 10, and now the 8 is where they're. So a long way to go for pay dirt here for Fairview. 1st and 10, ball on the left hash, wishbone formation, wide receiver to the left, tight end to the right, and a handoff goes to Murray. He charges forward, bringing half of his team and 2/3 of the other one with him for a yard. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. 4 carries, 12 yards for Jace Murray here this evening. Down to 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the first period of play. As you see on your screen, your score, Raceland 21, Fairview 0. Fairview getting back out of their huddle here. Very methodical, taking their time. Play clock down to 7 seconds here. As Hunter Good going through his cadence. Same formation, receiver to the left. This time it's going to be a handoff to – nope, that's Hunter Good.
I think he kept it.
Yeah, he sure did. He pulled it and tried to get off tackle, tried to get the edge there, hit hard as he stepped forward off tackle. I will say, though, he got it back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain, a minimal gain. Still, we'll say third and 8. He picked up at least half a yard. 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the first. Glad you could join us as we're live from Raceland Worthington High School, Ram Stadium, home of the Raceland Rams. Fairview trailing them right now 21-0 here in the first period. And play clock down to 3. Hunter Good going through his cadence, and he got it off as the clock turned to 0. Another handoff. This one goes, I believe, to Murray. That's who comes off the bottom of that pile. He picked up a yard, but that's all. It's 4th down and about 7 or 8 yards to go, as we'll see punt number 3 from Big Devin Gibson, number 50.
This time it is number 11, Jonah Arnett back for the Rams.
Right, baby. Yep.
And we've seen that number this time.
We'll see that number a lot. He's a baller, buddy.
Yeah, he's a great player. He's all around, all three sport, baseball, basketball, football.
A low line drive punt. He goes back and gets it, does Arnett, at about the 43, and he's off to the races, getting it over to the Fairview sideline down to the 25-yard line. He's got a player hanging off of him. That's Jace Murray, who forces him out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. So a decent return there, but great open field pursuit there from Jace Murray. He had a couple teammates trailing with him too, and that's what you like to see if you're Coach Alex Roy, Coach Seth Cottle. If you're one of those guys over there on the Fairview sideline, you like to see that kind of effort. As if it wasn't for Jace Murray there, that very possibly could have been 6 more points.
Yeah, and Alex is always talking about the kids. It don't matter what the score is.
That's right.
Treat it as 0-0. We want to play every play. And
I believe we've got a timeout called over here. We do on the Fairview sideline with 2:25 to go. We'll keep it right here, though, so you can finish your thought. I just didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, Alex is always telling the kids we need to play it as it's 0-0.
That's right.
Don't look at the scoreboard and play your game. And a lot of players look at the scoreboard and see the 21-0 in the first quarter and give up. But your Fairview Eagles not doing that. They're attempting to do their best, and they've got to be very proud of the Fairview Eagles out there.
No question about it. As Fairview takes their first time out of the first half, one thing I noticed as Raceland came out and lined up here, ball's on the right hash. They've got two stacked receivers stacked all the way out on the numbers on the far sideline. And seeing that, I got to think Coach Cottle, someone in the box probably said, hey, we've got to be able to cover that. And now I see that freshman safety, Hunter Good, cheated over this way as they come out lined up in the same formation. Shotgun, two running backs, one each way, and a handoff on first down is going to go to Shannon Marucci with his first carry of the ball game. Gets it inside the 20, pickup of about 9 yards for Marucci, the team's second leading rusher, averaging 49.7, averaging almost 50 yards per game is Shannon Marucci. Second down and 1 yard to go. Two stack receivers again. This time they're on the left hash. Ball's on the right hash, though. And it looks like the same play call, a jet sweep to Shannon Marucci. Off tackle, and he's into the end zone for 6 more points. Tell you what, as soon as he got out of the tackle box, he turned it upfield, shook off one tackler, and he was in the end zone. That one from how far away, Craig? Do you know?
Unofficially 13 yards.
There you go. We'll say a 13-yard touchdown for Shannon Marucci.
A new punter.
A new kicker. Yeah, I saw him warming up, Seth Morris, and he was putting him through. It's up. The left-footed kicker puts it in for 1 more point for the Raceland Rams. With minute 46 to go on the clock in the first quarter, your score, Raceland 28, Fairview 0. And we're back in just a moment on the Eagle Sports Network.
How can you measure the value of education-based athletics? Well, the value is in what makes it invaluable. That's because school sports aren't just about winning, they're about learning and growing. School sports aren't just about gaining trophies and accolades, they're about learning life lessons, bringing a whole community together, developing character and integrity, having coaches who mentor you, and teammates who become lifelong friends. And you can't put a price on any of that. That's what makes education-based athletics invaluable. Of course, when you participate in school sports, you want to win and become a better athlete, but the purpose is so much greater, becoming a better person. Support your local school sports programs. And if you have a student, encourage them to get involved.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
And we're back here in Raceland as the kick is up. This time it's going to be caught at about, it's going to fall through the hands of Tony Vendetti at about the 11-yard line and roll off his feet, and it looks like a possibility that could be Raceland football. It is Raceland football. It rolled right to a defender as Vendetti over here. The kicker's consistent. He's putting it at the same place every time, and this time it went through the hands of Vendetti off his feet, rolled about 8 yards. Not sure who recovered the football. It's a live ball, though, nonetheless. It'll be Raceland football. 1st and 10 from the Fairview 18-yard line. And a pass on first down from Waller is caught inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line. Number 1, Bryson Rousey, for about a 16-yard catch there.
And the backie on that kicker, he's kicking it right at the 10-yard line on the left side every time. And I'm sure Coach Klein's going to make some special teams adjustments, get more people over there.
Sure. Down to a minute, 18 seconds to go. 1st and goal for the Rams. And a pass on first down is going to be caught by Bryson Rousey, and he's in for the touchdown. A screen pass. He got in behind another receiver and chugged it right in from 1 yard away. 2 yards away, about a little more than a yard. We'll say a 2-yard touchdown pass to Bryson Rousey with a minute, 13 seconds to go. And that makes your score 34-0. PAT team on. They've had 3 different kickers so far. This one gets it up And in. That is Seth Morris with his second PAT. That makes it 35-0. That's your score as Raceland leads Fairview with 1:13 to go in the first period of play. Back in just a moment on the Eagles Sports Network.
Timber Ridge is committed to delivering the highest quality sheds, barns, cabins, play sets, trailers, greenhouses, and more, all tailored to meet the needs and the budgets of their customers. They offer multiple financing options to help make for the best customer experience possible. They also offer 3 options to get what you want. And with payments starting at $79.50 a month, they make it easy. Timber Ridge offers a quality like no other. Visit them at 195 Argolite Road in Flatwoods, Kentucky. Call them at 606-388-2110. Visit their Facebook page or find them online at timberridgeky.com. And a big thank you to the good folks at Timber Ridge for supporting the student athletes at Fairview High School.
And the kickoff this time is going to be, I'll get it, Craig, is going to be caught, bounced, and another catch at about the 5-yard line, getting it, though, out to about the 14-yard line. That's Jaden Kaler, I believe, the freshman. And we've got a penalty flag flying as the play ends. Was that Kaler on that return?
Yeah, I think that was Kaler.
I believe it was, too. As flag is waved off, we're down to 35 seconds on the running clock as the score is 35-0.
Once again, we're starting just about every time where we've started.
That's right.
We're at the 15-yard line.
I hate to say it, that's the best field position Fairview's had all night from the 15-yard line. You've got an interesting stat here in just a minute. We'll probably
go right to the quarter.
Yeah, I'm going to say we're down to 5 seconds, and the offense is out, but I don't think they're going to try to run a play as good. Turn around looking at the scoreboard. And just like that, the clock is expired, and this is the end of quarter number 1 with your score, Raceland 35, Fairview 0. We'll definitely want to thank our community partners here tonight. They are Timber Ridge, where you can find quality cabins, sheds, outdoor furniture, and playground sets. Also, Home Builder Supply, your whole home store. HBS Furniture, where you can find quality furniture and other home goods. Also, a big thank you to our press box sponsor, our broadcast booth sponsor, Platinum Industries, where we are broadcasting from the Platinum Industries broadcast booth. They're a contracting service in the tri-state area. You can look them up on Facebook at Platinum Industries LLC, and I highly recommend that you do just that. You can find all those businesses on the Facebook, and there's some quality people who would just like to see kids get exposure and hear student athletes get exposure, and we definitely thank them for that. Now, Craig, I didn't go to break in between the quarter because you got a pretty cool stat.
Yeah, Raceland's scoring drives have been no matter what the player is, if it's number 15 that gets the ball, he's going to come out with the ball. He doesn't get in the end zone, they're going right back to him.
That's right.
They want to see him score. It's been
whoever they open the drive with, if they don't score, they're going right back to the same guy.
Absolutely.
Every time here tonight.
And
sure so far they've all been 2-play drives.
Yeah, 2-play drives, and I'm sure Coach Cottle's catching on to that and letting the team know.
Yeah, the running clock here in the second quarter, and both teams are out. We're ready to rock and roll. It's Fairview 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line. A handoff to Murray up the middle. Pickup of a couple of yards, but nothing. Actually, we're going to go ahead and say 3-yard pickup there as it's 2nd down and 7 yards to go now for the Eagles. 6 carries, 16 yards for Jace Murray. The team's leading offensive producer, I guess we'll say. Armani Burnside with a carry for 2 yards. Hunter Good with a carry for 1, and Rylan Hatfield with a carry as well. His went down for a loss as he was hit as the exchange took place. So nothing much productive-wise offensively. Raceland, though, doing a good job here tonight producing through the air.
Yeah, and that's Coach Salmons' offense.
On 2nd down, a pass down the sideline from Hunter Good. little bit of contact there as Tony Vendetti was the intended receiver. Cornerback over there, that is Scout Wilkes, who caught a touchdown pass a few moments ago. Scout Wilkes coming down the sideline, a little bit of body-to-body, nothing intentional, no flag, anything like that. But Vendetti tripped up, went to the ground, ball kind of overthrown anyway. It's going to be incomplete. Second down, 10 yards to go. Hunter Good now 0 for 2 in the air as we are now at 10 minutes, 30 seconds to go before halftime, the running clock as Raceland ahead on the scoreboard now 35-0. We plan on having this scoreboard every game from here on out. On second down, a handoff is going to go to tailback. I believe that's Burnside. It is, as he gets a couple of yards. Makes it fourth down and about 4 yards to go. And you got to think we're probably going to see another punt here as Burnside gets it closer, but still ways to go for the Eagles to get the first down. Ball on the 20-yard line. I will say, though, offense in the huddle, and Hunter Good just went over and got a play, Craig. I think we're going to see one more offensive play here as a little bit different personnel a little bit, but the one's still out for both teams predominantly. And here we go. On fourth down, a misdirection handoff to Murray as Good opened up to the left, spun around, handed it on the right side. No gain. Turnover on downs. It's going to be 1st and 10 Raceland from the Fairview 21-yard line. So give Murray a yard there. Nonetheless, not nearly enough for the first down, and a turnover on downs as Raceland will take over here. Thanks for tuning in here tonight as your Fairview Eagles on the road down 23 in Raceland at Raceland Worthington High School, Ram Stadium. And I tell you what, Craig, this is a great place to be at a football game.
Yes, it's a nice facility. Raceland's done a great job doing updates.
On first down, Hunter Good throws it into the end zone, and going up to get it is Eli Evans. Good coverage there. Evans just had about 1.5 feet on the jump. He went up and got it. 6 points. Fairview makes it 41-0. Eli Evans with his first touchdown pass of the year. That was a 20-yard touchdown pass, and I'm trying to find his number. He's number 15 as he went up and got that one with about 8:20 to go here before half. PAT team out trying to tack on one more. This time it's going to be Jacob Waller kicking the extra point. The kick is up. Looks good, and it is with 7:43 to go, and the clock's still rolling here. It's 42-0. Raceland leads Fairview. Back in just a moment here on the Eagle Sports Network.
How can you measure the value of education-based athletics? Well, the value is in what makes it invaluable. That's because school sports aren't just about winning. They're about learning and growing. School sports aren't just about gaining trophies and accolades. They're about learning life lessons, bringing a whole community together, developing character and integrity, having coaches who mentor you, and teammates who become lifelong friends. And you can't put a price on any of that. That's what makes education-based athletics invaluable. Of course, when you participate in school sports, you want to win and become a better athlete, but the purpose is so much greater: becoming a better person. Support your local school sports programs. And if you have a student, encourage them to get involved.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
This time, Armani Burnside takes the kickoff at about the 15, gets it all the way out across the 25 to almost the 30-yard line, so about a 15-yard return there for Armani Burnside. Makes it 1st and 10 Fairview. And I do see some different personnel on the field here, so it'll be interesting to see here how the Eagles move the ball, which they have not had much success at here tonight.
No, they haven't had much success tonight. This is the first time we've been above the 15.
Yeah, you're correct. Starting out a drive, 1st and 10 from our own 30. As the wishbone formation, ball on the right hash, Fairview going from right to left on your radio dial. Receiver out wide to the left, and a handoff to the second back through. That's Burnside. He shakes off one would-be tackler, but he's brought down by about 6 more as he got nowhere to go. He kind of ducked that first tackle, and then
I believe they gave him a yard.
Hey, we'll take it. Second down, 9 yards to go. He kind of ducked that one tackle as the kid was trying to hit him high, kind of ducked it. And as he kind of regained his step there and looked forward, he was hit by a Mack truck known as about 4 or 5 Raceland Rams. And there was just nowhere to go is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, there was nowhere for him to move there. It was a good job by Burnside to try to get it some extra yards there, though.
Play clock down to 2, and the snap and a handoff goes to Murray. He's got some room to run, gets it out to midfield across the 40 down to the 30, shakes off one tackler, and he's going to make it all the way to the big time. Touchdown, Fairview from 69 yards away. Jace Murray punches it in. So Fairview on the board here with just under 5 minutes to go in the second period of play. Makes it 42-6. We already know, Craig, we're not going to see no PAT team here.
No, we're going to go for 2. That was a great job by the line doing their offensive assignment.
That's right.
And making the hole, and Jace Murray for finding the hole and taking it to the house.
Yes, sir. And I'll tell you what, once he again got through that first level, there was nothing there, and he was off to the races. And he showed not only can he run at you and through you, he can run past you too, because he just did. On the 2-point conversion, good fumbles the snap, nothing doing there. With 3:55 to go, clock's still rolling here. It's a running clock for the duration of this ball game. Your score, Raceland 42, Fairview 6, and we're back in just a moment on the Eagle Sports Network.
The fine folks at Home Builder Supply, proud sponsors of Fairview Eagles Athletics, have opened a new store named HBS Furniture. It is located at 101 Kentucky Route 1, behind Super Quick. They offer wall-to-wall furniture, as well as many other unique home items that you'll love. Check them out on Facebook at HBS Furniture, or give them a call at 606-750-4238, or look them up online at supplyhomebuilders.com. It's the folks at Home Builder Supply and HBS Furniture that makes this broadcast possible.
And welcome back into the Platinum Industries broadcast booth. I'm Chauncey Griffith, along with Craig McCormick. Glad to have you along. Some scores to update you with from around the area. Tied at 7 out in Cannonsburg between Boyd County and Ashland. That one in the second period of play. East Carter up on Fleming County 7-0 in the first quarter. Parkersburg trailing the Huntington Highlanders up in Huntington, up on the hill, what we call it, 7-0. A short kickoff is going to be fielded. It was kind of an onside type of kick anyway. It was supposed to be more of a squib that kind of veered off to the right. It's taken though by Bryson Rousey. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The third time they've been on either the 45 or the 46 and started out here. Their own 45-yard line.
Yeah, it's a change-up in our kickoff. We've seen Jaden Miller kick it off all night.
Yeah. On first down, a sprint-out pass is Waller. He has his guy. It's Parker Ison over here in the flat right at the 50-yard line. Shakes off one would-be tackler. Then he's brought down by Gabe Legg at the 41-yard line of Fairview. So a 14-yard reception there by Parker Ison. His second catch of the ball game. As you heard, that's a first down Raceland. 1st and 10. Another pass. This one's going to go to Parker Ison again. There's your stat, Craig. Ison cuts it back across the field, and he's got some room to run down inside the 10-yard line. He's brought down at about the 6-yard line. Great job by Armani Burnside chasing him down as he was weaved in and out of traffic and then out of there like a dart, buddy.
Yeah, it was a good job by Burnside. Come up on him and trip him up and keep him from a touchdown.
So big pickup there. It's 1st and goal from the 7. That's going to be Brewer who takes the handoff, and I believe we've got a timeout called here by Raceland. Not sure what the purpose of that one is, but they have a timeout called. Cameron Brewer with the 2-yard pickup. We're going to step out, take a break as Raceland opts to take a timeout here, up 42-6 with less than a minute to go before the half. We're back in just a moment on the Eagle Sports Network.
Timber Ridge is committed to delivering the highest quality sheds, barns, cabins, play sets, trailers, greenhouses, and more, all tailored to meet the needs and the budgets of their customers. They offer multiple financing options to help make for the best customer experience possible. They also offer 3 options to get what you want. And with payments starting at $79.50 a month, they make it easy. Timber Ridge offers a quality like no other. Visit them at 195 Argolite Road in Flatwoods, Kentucky. Call them at 606-388-2110. Visit their Facebook page or find them online at timberridgeky.com. And a big thank you to the good folks at Timber Ridge for supporting the student athletes at Fairview High School.
And we're back here in Raceland in the Platinum Industries broadcast booth. Fairview visiting Raceland. And a screen pass, actually a little bubble route out of the backfield. There's a building in my way, Craig. Can you see who caught that? That was Bryson Rousey on the little bubble route there from about 7 yards away. In for the touchdown. They called the timeout to draw that one up, I guess, Craig.
Yeah. That was a good screen pass there, and nobody was there to bring him down. Number 54 out the kick for the Rams.
That's right. That one with about 42 seconds to go. And Morris's kick is up, and it's good. And that's going to take us into halftime as the clock doesn't stop. So your score here at the half is Raceland 49, Fairview 6. We're going to step out and take a break. We got plenty of time to talk here at the half as this is homecoming for Raceland. So it's an extended halftime. I believe it's a 20-minute halftime, Craig, plus the 3 minutes tacked on at the end there, the extended halftime period for teams to get warmed up, things like that. So we've got plenty of time to talk, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. We got a lot of time to talk and talk about the next game.
That's right.
Obviously. Next week we're off, and then we play Paris. And I do believe that Paris is coming to Raceland next week, so I would assume that Fairview will be here scouting.
You can guarantee that, yeah.
Alex will be here doing a scouting for that trip up to Paris.
We'll talk more about that here in just a few moments. We'll also go over the scoring summary, tell you exactly how we got to where we are on the scoreboard, and we'll give you some offensive stats for both teams, a little preview of the second half, and a little look at what's coming down the line for both teams. Also find some scores to update you with from around the area here at the half, where your score is Raceland 49, Fairview 6, and we're back in just a few moments here on the Eagle Sports Network.
How can you measure the value of education-based athletics? Well, the value is in what makes it invaluable. That's because school sports aren't just about winning, they're about learning and growing. School sports aren't just about gaining trophies and accolades, they're about learning life lessons, bringing a whole community together, developing character and integrity, having coaches who mentor you, and teammates who become lifelong friends. And you can't put a price on any of that. That's what makes education-based athletics invaluable. Of course, when you participate in school sports, you want to win and become a better athlete, but the purpose is so much greater, becoming a better person. Support your local school sports programs. And if you have a student, encourage them to get involved.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
Visit Home Builders Supply at 1560 Diedrich Boulevard in Flatwoods, Kentucky, your one-stop shop for everything for your home. They call it a whole home store for a reason. Find them on Facebook at Home Builders Supply LLC or give them a call at 606-388-2465 for all the kitchen, bathroom, flooring, and any other need you may have for your home. And they're open to the public. That's Home Builders Supply, 1560 Diedrich Boulevard, Flatwoods, Kentucky. And thank you to the folks at Home Builders Supply for their support of high school student athletes like the ones at Fairview High School.
And welcome back into the Platinum Industries broadcast booth here at Raceland Rams Field and on the beautiful campus of Raceland Worthington High School, where your Fairview Eagles are in town here at the half. They're taking on the Raceland Rams, and the score is Raceland 49, Fairview 6. We'll take a look real quick at our scoring summary, tell you exactly how we got to where we are on the scoreboard. My apologies there. I was a little bit delayed a time or two on keeping that scoreboard on the screen. But, Craig, I think we can make that thing work, buddy.
Yeah, each week we make some adjustments.
Trying to add to for the listeners.
Yeah,
yep.
to the listeners or to the ones that's watching the game. Kind of learning as we go.
That's
and getting all the hiccups out that we've had.
The commentary thing, I've always known about it, and I've always known I was terrible, so nothing's going to change there.
I don't know about that. Everybody likes listening to you on a Friday night.
I appreciate that. There's nowhere I'd rather be. I know that, and I know you feel the same. Hey, let's look real quick at that scoring summary and tell you exactly how we got to 49-6 on the scoreboard. First score of the ball game came in the first period of play with 11:27 on the clock. The second play of offense for Raceland was a 37-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Waller to Landon Stiltner, and then a Parker Eisen PAT made the score 7-0. Next score in this ball game came with 7 minutes and 31 seconds on the clock. That was a 1-yard touchdown run by Landon Stiltner, and then a PAT by Parker Eisen made it 14-0. About 2.5 minutes later, worth of football that is, with 5:02 on the clock, Jonah Arnett with a 10-yard touchdown run, and they called his number for the PAT as well, 21-0, as he scored the 10-yard touchdown and then kicked the PAT, made it 21-0. Next on the scoreboard, sorry, I hate to admit this, but I missed our. I'm going to say it out loud. I didn't even write our touchdown down.
Yeah,
I was so happy that we scored there. But we'll talk about it here in just a minute. As the next score came with 1:46, it was another touchdown run. This one by Shannon Marucci from 13 yards out, and then Seth Morris put it through the uprights for the point after that, made it 28-0. 33 seconds worth of football later, the 2-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Waller to Bryson Rousey, then a PAT by Seth Morris made it 35-0. That gave the running clock for the rest of the football game. And then in the second period, a touchdown pass from Jacob Waller to Eli Evans. That's Eli's first touchdown of the varsity football season, his first touchdown in varsity football in his career, from 1 yard away, followed by Jacob Waller PAT, made the score 42-0. Then just a few moments later, a big 69-yard touchdown run by Mr. Jace Murray for the Fairview Eagles, and that got him on the board with 6 points, and then a failed 2-point conversion attempt made the score 42-6. And then with 42 seconds to go, Coach Salmons elects to take the timeout down inside the 10-yard line so he could put one more touchdown up. And that was a 1-yard touchdown pass from Waller to Rousey. Sorry, a 7-yard touchdown pass from Waller to Rousey, followed by Seth Morris PAT, made it 49-0. So the timeout paid off.
49-6.
49-6. Yeah. How could I? 49-6. Yes, is your score here at the half. So the timeout paid off. They got their last touchdown of the first half, that they were looking for there. And your score here at the half, 49-6. We're going to step out, take a break, come back, take a look at some offensive stats and a whole lot more, as we've got a ways to go in this halftime. As we mentioned, it's homecoming here at Raceland, and the homecoming court being announced right now. An extended halftime period. It was 20 minutes. We're down to 13 minutes to go, plus 3 more for the extended portion. So a long ways to go here at the half. Back in just a moment here on the Eagle Sports Network.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You got to hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, all I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play, that my worth isn't determined by my performance, that even on my worst day, I am worthy, that you see me learning, growing, and doing my best. And that is enough.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
Timber Ridge is committed to delivering the highest quality sheds, barns, cabins, play sets, trailers, greenhouses, and more, all tailored to meet the needs and the budgets of their customers. They offer multiple financing options to help make for the best customer experience possible. They also offer 3 options to get what you want. And with payments starting at $79.50 a month, they make it easy. Timber Ridge offers a quality like no other. Visit them at 195 Argolite Road in Flatwoods, Kentucky. Call them at 606-388-2110. Visit their Facebook page or find them online at timberridgeky.com. And a big thank you to the good folks at Timber Ridge for supporting the student athletes at Fairview High School.
And welcome back into the Platinum Industries broadcast booth. I'm Chauncey Griffith along with Craig McCormick. Glad to have you along. While we got plenty of time here, we'll go ahead and take a look at some offensive stats for both teams, starting with your Fairview Eagles. Not much to say about the passing offense, although they have attempted 2 passes and 2 decently thrown balls, one a little bit overthrown. Hunter Good 0 for 2 in the air. On the ground, Jace Murray, 8 carries for 86 yards and a big 69-yard touchdown. That was pretty impressive, I must say. A good job by him. Armani Burnside with 3 carries for 5 yards. Hunter Good carried the ball 1 time for 1 yard, and then Rylan Hatfield has a carry as well for -1 yards. For the Rams, a little different story here. We have catches by Parker Ison. He's got 3 of them, and I forgot to do some math here, so I'm going to try to do it real quick.
I believe it's 67 yards.
I believe you're exactly correct. You're the man, buddy. 3 catches, 67 yards for Parker Ison. He also has 0 touchdowns. I thought he had a touchdown catch. My fault. Bryson Rousey with a pair of catches for 23 yards. Rousey has 2 touchdown catches as well. Both of those are touchdown catches, I guess you would say. 1 catch for Landon Stiltner for 5 yards. 37 yards. He's number 5. Also, 2 catches made by Scout Wilkes. That for a total of 43 yards. Also 1 catch for 11 yards from Charlie Vanderhoof, and a catch for 20 yards. I'm sorry, I've got about 9 things going on here by Eli Evans. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different Raceland Rams recording catches here tonight. On the ground, they haven't ran the ball very much. Landon Stiltner with 1 1 run. Is that right?
Yeah.
I believe so. 1 run for 1 yard. Shannon Marucci, 1 run for 9. Jonah Arnett, 1 run, 1 rush for 9 yards. And Cameron Brewer with 1 rush for 2 yards. By the way, Stiltner's was a touchdown, as was Shannon Marucci. I forgot to write his second carry down on my stat sheet here. He's got 2 carries for 22 yards. One of them was a 13-yard touchdown. Nonetheless, that's a brief look at your offensive stats for both teams. We're going to step out, take a break. Again, here's we've got plenty of time left. We'll come back, preview the second half, tell you kind of what's coming up, as Craig said a few moments ago, for the Eagles. And a whole lot of football left to be played, so don't go anywhere. It's Raceland 49, Fairview 6, and we're back in just a moment on the Eagle Sports Network.
Visit Home Builders Supply at 1560 Diedrich Boulevard in Flatwoods, Kentucky, your one-stop shop for everything for your home. They call it a whole home store for a reason. Find them on Facebook at Home Builders Supply LLC or give them a call at 606-388-2465 for all the kitchen, bathroom, flooring, and any other need you may have for your home. And they're open to the public. That's Home Builders Supply, 1560 Diedrich Boulevard, Flatwoods, Kentucky. And thank you to the folks at Home Builders Supply for their support of high school student athletes like the ones at Fairview High School.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You got to hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, all I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play, that my worth isn't determined by my performance, that even on my worst day, I am worthy, that you see me learning, growing, and doing my best, and that is enough.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
And welcome back into the Platinum Industries broadcast booth. I'm Chauncey Griffith along with Craig McCormick. Glad to have you along at halftime, where your score, as you see on your screen, 49-6, Raceland leads Fairview. A couple of scores to update you with from around the area. If you've got more, feel free to send them in, and we'll be glad to put them on the air. We'll give you credit if you want. Ashland at half leads Boyd County 21-7, 2-touchdown lead for the Tomcats. Also, East Carter leads Fleming County 7-0. That's a first quarter score, so it's bound to have been updated since then. That's the most recent score we have, though. Huntington leads Parkersburg 14-0 up on the hill in Huntington, West Virginia. At the half, Russell leads Lewis County 36-0. I do happen to know it's Russell's homecoming night as well. Not only do my kids go to school there, their wife and kids are at that game here tonight. It's also my mom's 45th high school reunion. She went to Russell, so she got out of the house. She's usually in the bed an hour ago, so she's there tonight. I happen to know that. Tug Valley leads Wayne 13-6 at the half. Still scoreless between Lawrence County and Powell County. At least that's the most updated that we have. And I believe that's all I've got for you. And, yes, it is. A soccer score for you, two of my favorite colleges anyway. Marshall leads UK 1-0. That is in the first half. We're going to step out, take another break. As your score here at the half, Raceland 49, Fairview 6. Got plenty of time left at the half, so we got plenty more to talk about back in just a few moments here on the Eagle Sports Network.
Visit Home Builders Supply at 1560 Diedrich Boulevard in Flatwoods, Kentucky, your one-stop shop for everything for your home. They call it a whole home store for a reason. Find them on Facebook at Home Builders Supply LLC or give them a call at 606-388-2465 for all the kitchen, bathroom, flooring, and any other need you may have for your home. And they're open to the public. That's Home Builders Supply, 1560 Diedrich Boulevard, Flatwoods, Kentucky. And thank you to the folks at Home Builders Supply for their support of high school student athletes like the ones at Fairview High School. Timber Ridge is committed to delivering the highest quality sheds, barns, cabins, play sets, trailers, greenhouses, and more, all tailored to meet the needs and the budgets of their customers. They offer multiple financing options to help make for the best customer experience possible. They also offer 3 options to get what you want. And with payments starting at $79.50 a month, they make it easy. Timber Ridge offers a quality like no other. Visit them at 195 Argolite Road in Flatwoods, Kentucky. Call them at 606-388-2110. Visit their Facebook page or find them online at timberridgeky.com. And a big thank you to the good folks at Timber Ridge for supporting the student athletes at Fairview High School.
What are you doing out there?
Come on! I saw you at the game the other night. Yeah, you. Up there getting mad, acting like we're all out there making $1 million a game. Well, let me be real with you. This isn't the pros. It's school sports, and it's a game, our game. So please, let us play.
School sports fans, remember, when you cheer for your team, make noise for the right reasons. This message presented by the NFHS and the NIAAA.
And all student athletes in Kentucky.
And we're back here in Raceland, Kentucky, on the beautiful campus of Raceland Worthington High School, as a couple of the quarterbacks out for Raceland, the kicker out for Raceland, but Fairview look like they're making their way back out on the field after the extended halftime period, jogging out from the corner. And Craig, a whole lot of football left to be played in this ball game, while it's a running clock the whole second half, which means the clock don't stop except for timeouts and the quarter's over, that kind of thing.
Or injury.
Or injury, that's exactly, yeah. There are things that will stop the clock, but for the most part, the clock rolls. While we are in that situation, down 43 points, there are things you can work on. And there are things that, as Coach Roy building this program that didn't win very many games the past few years before he came, 5-6 last year, 4-3 this year so far. There are goals that you can set. There are things that you can do, and you got to think. I think it's going to be interesting to see the first drive. It's going to be Fairview football coming out of the half. How do they look?
Yeah, absolutely. You know that down 49-6.
Yep.
Obviously, the kids could give up, but
absolutely,
this group of kids have came out and played extremely well. No matter what the score looks like, given effort.
That's what you look for. Yep.
You know, everybody in the area had Fairview only winning 2 games, and we've already won 4 games, and that's just a testament to the team and Coach Alex Roy.
Yep.
And obviously, Seth Cottle's talked over with his defense some of the stats that we kind of talked about. They go back to back. If they don't get in the end zone on their first play, they go right back to that same player. And you would assume that Coach Cottle's dialed that into the defense, letting them know, hey, whoever runs the ball, if they're not getting into the end zone on that drive, it's coming right back to them for the end zone.
Tendencies are definitely, obviously, as a coach, that's something you pick up on, you look at, you adjust to, and you hit on something there that I think is very important. And Coach Roy brought it up in the pregame interview. He said that he's got his 20-some guys out here who want to be here, who would I asked him about a certain player that I don't really know that well. I've seen him play, but I've never really talked to the kid. I was asking him some questions about the kid, and he said, hey, he'd go down there and run through that goalpost if you ask him to. He said, and this was off the air, and he said, as a matter of fact, I just about all my players would do that. that says a lot about the job he does. That says a lot about the culture he's building, and obviously a long way to go.
Yeah,
but he's come a long way too.
Yeah, absolutely. If you would have said that this team's going to be where they are now 4 years ago,
that's right.
There have been a lot of people questioning it. And
that's right.
I think this year, no matter what the score of this game is, Fairview's surprised the area.
Yes.
Because, again, going back to it, everybody in this area had Fairview only winning 2 games, and we've already we're above that. And we're going to knock on the door, try to get a couple more wins, and go into the playoffs and do the best we can. And that's what you got to give credit to all our players. It doesn't matter what the score is. Alex has bought into them to be a 0-0 ball game, no matter what it is. And let's just play football, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Amen. You mentioned a few minutes ago too. Next week a bye week. Not that we're trying to look past the rest of this ball game, but just to kind of mention, next week a bye week for the Eagles. The following week, on the road to Paris, the Greyhounds, and the final district game of 2025, and then the following week back at home against Lewis County, who, by the way, is now trailing Russell up in Flatwoods by a score 36-6. That's at the half. 2 more ball games left. A whole lot of football left to be played this season. You know, expectation from a lot of people in the community, 2 wins for the Eagles this year. Well, they've already doubled that, and they've still got a lot more football left to be played. Hats off to the job that Coach Roy's doing and the culture he's building. And I'll tell you what, as someone who's not a I wasn't born and raised in Westwood, as a guy who's, I guess you'd call me an outsider, it's easy to buy into the things these guys are doing down there on that black and red sideline.
Yeah, it's easy to buy in. They're teaching a culture of sportsmanship and doing the right thing. We've been in the battles where teams have ran it up on us, and that's something that we're going to be doing. We'll be playing on. And, you mentioned we got a bye week next week, and Raceland Paris plays at Raceland. So,
yep.
Alex is going to be down here with Seth Cottle and the rest of the coaches. And, and probably half of the Fairview football team to watch a great district matchup as Paris comes down here to play Raceland. And then, hey, it's us. Time to play. Go up there and play on that orange turf and try to come home with a win.
And by the way, something else interesting about Paris, the orange turf, they have an awesome stadium. I'm really looking forward to that trip. Their head coach is Dane Dameron, my high school coach at Boyd County back several years ago, back in college football this year. So I'm looking forward to that reunion. I talked to him just today, as a matter of fact, and really looking forward to that. And, Craig, don't look now, but we just made it through that 23-minute halftime, buddy. Both teams are out, and it's time to rock and roll here for the second half.
Yeah, and we do get the ball to start the second half. It is 49-6.
And here we go. The kick is up, and it's caught by Burnside at the 15-yard line. He's going to get over there at Fairview sideline and then bounce it back toward the middle of the field and get it across the 30-yard line. So about a 16-yard kickoff return will set the Eagles up with pretty decent field position here in the second half. I actually got it out to the 32.
And Chauncey, that's our first above the 30-yard line today. The special teams has made an adjustment, and that was great blocking from and getting it upfield.
Yes, 100%, yeah. I'm with you there. A little different personnel on the field defensively as Raceland with some of their younger players out there getting them some varsity minutes. A handoff on first down goes to nope, I thought Murray had the football. He does not.
Burnside.
Pickup of a yard by Burnside. His 4th carry of the ball game. 4 carries, 6 yards for him unofficially. Already a minute gone here in the first period. We alluded to it. We're going to say it again. Running clock. It's going to be a quick second half. 49-6 is your score. And I need to update that too, Craig. I'm telling you.
No, that's right.
No, the quarter on there.
Oh.
There we go. Now it's not halftime anymore. 10:20 on the clock here in the third period of play. Wishbone formation, wide receiver out wide to the left, and a handoff goes to Murray on first down. Hit at the line, falls forward for a gain of a couple. Makes it third down at about 7 yards to go. 9 carries, 88 yards for Jace Murray. Raceland looking pretty good here tonight, I must say. Coach Roy talked about in the pregame interview. He said, you know, and I'll say his words. He said, you know, I think something along the lines of I bleed black and red, or red and black. My blood runs deep, but I definitely respect what they do. And a pass on third down off the fingertips of Tony Vendetti, kind of thrown behind him. He had to go back, and it's off his fingertips. Ball's incomplete, makes it fourth down and 7 yards to go.
Yeah, I think that was some miscommunication between Hunter Good and Vendetti.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But nevertheless, it's fourth down, 7 yards to go with 9:11 in the third quarter.
Fairview breaking the huddle offensively, and by all intents and purposes here, we're going to see another play of offense as we're down to 9 minutes on the clock. Play clock down to 6 seconds, and they're going to milk it for all it's worth. They snap it with 3 seconds to go, and a handoff to the tailback, the second back through. That's Burnside yet again. I believe he picked up a yard, but he was hit by a whole host of Raceland Rams, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Raceland will take over 1st and 10 on the Fairview 43-yard line. And as I'm talking, Craig, I've got a question. I've never researched this, and I don't know. And if you know, I'm going to be really impressed. You know, you hear of, like, you know, a flock of seagulls or a herd of whatever, pride of lions. I do know that one. What about rams? What are they called?
I'm not sure.
A group of rams. If anybody knows that, why don't you send that in, and I'll give you credit for that one as well.
Braden King is now the quarterback.
Braden King, yes, sir, and a handoff on first down. An off-tackle run by Cameron Brewer, I believe his second carry of the ball game. Gets it all the way out to about the 28-yard line, a pickup of 9 yards.
That was a great tackle by number 3, Anthony Vendetti.
Tony, yeah, buddy. Yes, sir. He did a good job closing ground there. He was the one man to beat, and he did his job. A handoff on second down, and a lot of room to run up the middle of the field.
Touchdown!
And a touchdown, as you hear in the background, Aiden Bell from 28 yards away, his first carry of the ball game. And that changes your score now 55-6 as the Raceland Rams tack on 6 more. I just heard my buddy James Collier down there say a gaping hole, and he is correct. I think I could have ran through that hole. On 2-point conversion, the catch is made by Eli Evans, but he's knocked out of bounds. No good. 55-6 here in the third period of play. 6 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Clock still rolling. Raceland leads the Fairview Eagles. Back in just a moment on the Eagle Sports Network.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You got to hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, all I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play, that my worth isn't determined by my performance, that even on my worst day, I am worthy, that you see me learning, growing, and doing my best, and that is enough.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
Armani Burnside catches the kickoff, fields it at about the 9-yard line, gets it out to about the 20-yard line where he's hit hard, brought down. So an 11-yard kickoff return makes it 1st and 10 Fairview from their own 20-yard line. We'll see here what the offense looks like for Fairview with 5:08, clock still rolling here in the third period of play. And the same formation for the Eagles, a wishbone formation, wide receiver out wide to the right this time. Hunter Good under center, Murray the fullback, and a handoff goes to Murray on first down. He's hit at the line, drives forward, feet never stop for Jace Murray when he has the football in his hands, and he's going to pick up about 7 yards. 10 carries now, 95 yards for Jace Murray as he had the big 69-yard touchdown carry a few moments ago back in the second quarter. 2nd down and 3 for the Eagles as they're still in their huddle. Good news is, Craig, when you have a play clock, there's no question where you're at. Delay a game-wise, things like that, you know exactly where you're at. And Coach Roy said he told him, snap it at 3 seconds. And there you go. It was snapped at 3 seconds. And another handoff on this one on 3rd down. And the ball carrier is Jace Murray. Give him about 5 yards on that one. And that will get him unofficially at 100 yards on the ground here tonight. That moves the chains, 1st down Fairview.
Yeah, and you got to credit Jace there. Could have been tackled there at the line of scrimmage and just pursues. And that's something that Jace has always done. He ain't afraid to go towards the tackler.
That's right, buddy.
He likes that contact, and then
yards after contact.
He likes to say, if you're going to tackle me, you're going to have to catch me.
You better pack a lunch, buddy.
Yes.
Wishbone formation, play clock down to 2. Ball snapped, another handoff to Murray. He breaks free at the line and brought down from behind a shoestring tackle at the 45-yard line. He does fall forward for a couple of more, though, actually about 3 more. So a pickup of 18 yards for Murray unofficially. Makes it 1st down and 10 from the Fairview 48-yard line for the Eagles.
I'm not sure who that person was that tackled him, but
yeah.
I'm sure the coaches were yelling and screaming at him because if he wouldn't have got him, he was going to the house.
Oh, 100%, yeah. He kind of did the old gator roll to bring him down, too. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He worked those hips in there, but he had to do what he had to do to bring down Jace Murray in the open field. 1st and 10 Fairview, wishbone formation, another handoff. This one's going to go the second back through. That's Burnside. Fairview doing a good job moving the ball here on this drive against the younger Raceland Rams. Pickup of 8 yards for Burnside before he's brought down. Actually give him 9 as it's 2nd down, 1 yard to go. 6 carries, 16 yards for Burnside in this ball game. And Coach Roy and his bunch looking to string together a drive here that it results in some points. I don't think it's any question about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Roy wants to punch it in for a touchdown, and Coach Parsons has probably talked to his line. Let's start blocking a little bit better. Let our running backs make some moves.
On 2nd down, same formation, the wishbone. Ball goes to the second back through. That's Burnside again. He gets the 1st down and a few more. Gets it out across the 40-yard line. The hole opened up there on the B gap on the right side of the line, and it closed real quick. But he got through. There were 2 defenders hanging on, one on each side. He fell forward though and picked up a couple yards after contact. Ball down on the 39-yard line. So a pickup of about what?
I got him for 5 yards.
I was going to say 5 yards there too. I talked so long about it I forgot. I'm bad about that, Craig.
It's good to always talk about the Fairview Eagles.
That's right, baby. Down under a minute to go here in the third period of play. Fairview with the football on 1st and 10. Murray takes the handoff, bounces it outside, gets it out across the 45 where he's brought down after a pickup of about 6 yards Makes it 2nd down and 4. 13 carries, 124 yards for for Jace Murray of the Eagles. Down to 21 seconds as Fairview breaks the huddle. There's about a 2-second differential between the game clock and the play clock, so they've got to run one more if they don't want to take the delay penalty. It looks like they're going to do just that. Wishbone formation, ball on the right hash, 2nd and 4. Hand off to Murray. Trying to bounce it outside. Instead, he just trucks about 2 players there at once, and then he's kind of brought down by a couple of more. He's got more than enough for the first, though, as he falls forward after a pickup of how many, Craig?
7 yards.
7 yards for Jace Murray. 14 carries, 131 yards for him. And just like that, we're 3 quarters in the books. One more quarter to go here as your score, Raceland 55, Fairview 6. Back for quarter number 4 here in just a moment on the Eagle Sports Network.
How can you measure the value of education-based athletics? Well, the value is in what makes it invaluable. That's because school sports aren't just about winning. They're about learning and growing. School sports aren't just about gaining trophies and accolades. They're about learning life lessons, bringing a whole community together, developing character and integrity, having coaches who mentor you, and teammates who become lifelong friends. And you can't put a price on any of that. That's what makes education-based athletics invaluable. Of course, when you participate in school sports, you want to win and become a better athlete, but the purpose is so much greater, becoming a better person. Support your local school sports programs. And if you have a student, encourage them to get involved.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
And welcome back into the Platinum Industries broadcast booth. The 4th quarter is now underway. It's Fairview football, 1st and 10 from the Raceland 28-yard line. A handoff on 1st down goes to, is that Murray again? Yes, it is, and he falls. I shouldn't say he falls forward because he chugs ahead for a pickup of about 4 and then falls forward as they're bringing him down for a gain of another 1 yard, and that's what you ask for right there. 5-yard pickup there makes it 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Score update for you from out in Cannonsburg. The Ashland Tomcats ahead of the Boyd County Lions, 28-7. I know a lot of people in Boyd County thought this was the year, but Ashland was a pretty good lead, as it's now been 22 years since Boyd County defeated Ashland. On 2nd down, attempted pass falls incomplete. Hunter Good trying to get it out there to Tony Vendetti. He hit as he throws a little bit. Somebody, I think, made contact with his throwing arms. It was kind of a duck that landed about 5 yards shy of the receiver.
Yeah, absolutely. I seen Coach Parsons out there really upset with his line, not doing their job there because ultimately, with a score like it is tonight, you want to go out there and try to do a little bit different things. And we've thrown the ball tonight more than we normally will.
4
That's
times,
what we want to do.
Yep. 3rd and 5, wishbone formation. A handoff goes to Burnside. He was trying to make something out of nothing as he just kept bouncing it out and out and out. But good job there in pursuit by the Raceland defense. And that one's going to go down as a 2-yard pick. Which, again, if it wasn't for that pursuit, the open field tackle from Raceland defensively, that could have been a whole lot better for us as in Fairview.
Yeah, absolutely. And, Burnside – every time someone comes up to tackle him, he's always doing that little spin drill.
Oh, yeah.
It don't matter where he's at on the field. He's going to spin, try to get a couple more yards like Murray does. But Murray likes to go at the contact. He likes to go a little bit away from contact, but we'll take it.
On 4th down, 4th and 3, a handoff to Murray. Hit at the line, but he drives forward. It's going to be really close. It's going to depend on the spot here as the indication from over on the sideline. And, yes, officially, he is about 6 inches short of the 1st down. So I'm going to give him 3 there, but it wasn't enough for the 1st down. 55-6 is your score. Raceland's going to take over 1st and 10 on their own 19-yard line.
You know, unofficially, Murray has 139 yards. That's great.
That is great.
In a game like this, so hats off to Mr. Murray.
Yes, sir. A low snap. Sending it out to Jonah White. And White makes the grab. Knocked out of bounds, though. Great job there by Hunter Good with the open field tackle. Knocked him out of bounds. Pickup, though, of 8 yards. Did you see who the receiver was there, buddy?
Yeah, it was number 13, Hunter White.
13.
Jonah White.
Jonah White. I'm going to have to start a new line here. 13, Jonah White, 8 yards. A handoff on 2nd down, 2nd and 3. That one's going to go to Cam Brewer, and he brings it forward for a pickup of about 5 yards. He's got enough for the 1st down. Actually, we'll give him 6. 3 carries, 17 yards for Cameron Brewer. Big shout out to Platinum Industries for sponsoring our broadcast booth. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to be bringing you this action here tonight. On 1st down, a handoff is going to go to, that is Braden King with his 1st carry of the ball game. Pick up of 9 yards. Braden King, the freshman running back. I presume it's not his first offensive carry, but he doesn't have very many. 2nd and 9, shotgun formation. Sprinting out to the right is the quarterback there. That's Braden King, running quarterback. His pass, though, falls incomplete. It was nowhere near the intended receiver.
Yeah, that was a good defensive pursuit there.
Yes.
He had to get rid of that pretty quick. He had three guys coming right at him.
That's right. Same formation, 2-by-2 set, ball over toward the left side. Braden King with a designed quarterback run right up the middle of the formation. He's hit at the line, but kind of falls forward there, falls sideways and forward for a pickup of about 1 yard. Enough for the 1st down. Down to 6 minutes, 21 seconds to go here in the 4th. 55-6 is your score. And here we go, a shotgun formation, Braden King, and movement up front. I saw movement from both sides. We'll see who moved first. They're going to say it's a false start. The left tackle there, that is Jeremiah Barrett. Fired out of his stance there. I'm not sure if they tried the hard counter. I'm not sure if he just kind of got confused. Nonetheless, back him up 5. It's 1st down, 15 yards to go now for the Rams. Same formation. This time it's going to be a handoff to a different running back. That's Sean Short with a pickup of about 3 yards. Hit at the line. Kept moving, though. Kept moving those feet for a pickup of 3. 2nd down, 12 yards to go. Down under 5.5. Exactly 5 minutes, 22 seconds to go in this ball game. Raceland with possession of the football. A 49-point lead for the Rams. Dropping back is Short. He throws it out to the flats, and that one's caught. And we've got flags coming in after the play. Charlie Vanderhoof with his 2nd catch. Pickup of 9 or 10 yards. It looked like 10-yard pickup there, but a personal foul is the flag, as we're going to add on 15 more here and move Raceland closer to that goal line. Not sure, Craig, did you see exactly what happened there to cause that flag?
No, I think it was unnecessary hitting out of bounds. Unfortunately, put the Rams a little closer for touchdown.
Absolutely. 1st and 10, and a handoff goes to Sean Short. He's got room to run as he cuts it up midfield, brings it back across. He's down inside the 10, across the 5, and he's going to be brought down. A shoestring tackle there by Fairview's. Is that Gabe Legg? I'm not sure.
I believe it was White Bowen.
I believe you're right. Yeah, White Bowen in on that one as well. Bowen a little slower to get up there, but he does.
We did have a holding call.
Yes, sir.
Against the Rams.
And so that's going to back him up. I didn't see the flag until everybody started moving back that way. So that's a kind of a momentum killer for Raceland as it brings the ball back all the way to the 42-yard line. So it negates the big gain there, makes it first down and 20 yards to go. They got to get it to the 22 for the first. Hand off again goes to Sean Short. Same play, but this time he's going to be brought down the backfield. Hayden Webster with a big hit in the backfield. Loss of 3 yards.
Yeah, it was a great job by Hayden getting in the backfield to detain them and keep them behind the line. So got an answer over here.
I heard. I was killing time there until you were ready.
We were trying to figure out what the Rams are called when there's multiple.
Sure.
It's a mob, a flock, or a herd.
Okay, dude, if it's me, and on second down, I'll get back to that in just a second. A second down handoff goes to, I did not see who the ball carrier
24,
was. 24. That's Aiden Bell with his second carry of the game. Give him 2 yards there. Anyway, what I was going to say, if it's me, I'm going mob all day long.
That's what they said.
Yeah, 100%,
right next to us. But on that last play, that was a great pursuit there by Hayden Webster, again, keeping them behind the line of scrimmage.
Yes, sir. Third down and 21 yards to go for the first here. A pump fake and looking down the sideline of Raceland. Armani Burnside with fantastic pass coverage there. There was nothing doing there. Intended receiver there was Jonah White, the freshman receiver, and Burnside was exactly where he was supposed to be.
Yeah, Fairview's been working on that pass coverage all year.
Yes.
And that was a great job by Burnside and the rest of the defensive team.
Down to 1:40 to go on fourth down. Looking to throw is Raceland. Braden King, the quarterback, and we've got a false start. Flag thrown as the ball was snapped. They're going to back up 5 yards and try it again as we're down to 1:25 on the running clock.
Yeah, I believe that false start was on number 13. A little excited over here on the side.
The
wide receiver.
Jonah White. Fourth down and 26 yards to go. 1:10. Raceland with the football. They're going to throw the football for whatever reason. Airing it out, and it's overthrown. Down to 1 minute to go. Incomplete pass there. And a turnover on downs will give Fairview possession of the football here with 53 seconds to go in the ball game. Clock still rolling as Coach Salmon's not successful there at trying to tack on yet another touchdown for whatever reason. Down to 39 seconds to go.
Yeah, as you can see, Coach Roy's over there just taking his time.
That's right.
Trying to keep his kids healthy for the rest of the season and come out and just make some good plays. And Fairview hadn't made a lot of good plays tonight.
First and 10, Fairview from their own 48-yard line. Wishbone formation. Good's going to look to throw downfield. Has his guy, and it's knocked away at the very last minute. He had a window, and it closed real quick. Trying to get it out there to Tony Vendetti, and that's going to be the last play of the football game, where your final score is Raceland 55, Fairview 6, and I was changing the quarter there. I forgot to change it to the fourth quarter, Craig. I've got to get better at that, and I do apologize. Nonetheless, your final score in this ball game, Raceland 55, Fairview 6. Don't go away. We're going to come back, give you our scoring summary, tell you exactly how we got to where we're at on the scoreboard. We'll also give you a little bit of offensive stats for both teams, and then tell you what's coming up down the line for Fairview. Back in just a moment here on the Eagle Sports Network.
You guys just didn't want it bad enough. That should have been an easy win. What were you doing out there? You got to hustle. You could have made that play if you'd been open.
On the car ride home after the game, when you think you're helping by telling me what I did wrong and what I need to work on, all I hear is that I'm not good enough, that I'm supposed to be perfect, that it's not okay to lose. On the car ride home, all I need to hear is how much you love me and enjoy watching me play, that my worth isn't determined by my performance, that even on my worst day, I am worthy, that you see me learning, growing, and doing my best, and that is enough.
Brought to you by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association and the Kentucky Athletic Administrators Association.
And welcome back into the Platinum Industries broadcast booth, where your final score from Raceland tonight: Raceland 55, Fairview 6. Raceland moved to 6-1 on the season. Fairview falls to 4-4. Take a look real quick at our scoring summary, tell you how we got to where we're at on the scoreboard. And a big thank you to Craig McCormick for holding the light for me in this dark press box. First score of the football game came with 11:27 to go in the first. Jacob Waller to Landon Stiltner for the Raceland Rams from 37 yards out, and a PAT made it 7-0. Again, in the second period of play, with 7:31 to go in the first, Landon Stiltner runs it in from 1 yard out, and then a Parker Eisen PAT made it 14-0. Again in the first, with 5:02 to go, a 10-yard touchdown run from Jonah Arnett and a Jonah Arnett PAT. You don't see that a lot. The kid running one in and then kicking his own extra point made it 21-0. Again in the first period, with 1:46 to go, a 13-yard touchdown run by Shannon Marucci, and a Seth Morris PAT made it 28-0. 33 seconds of football later, after a Fairview turnover on the kickoff, a 2-yard touchdown pass from Jacob Waller to Bryson Rousey on the second play of that drive from 2 yards away, and then a Seth Morris PAT made it 35-0. That was a score at the end of one. In the second, Raceland from 1 yard away with 8 minutes on the clock, 8.5 on the clock. Waller to Evans, and then a Waller PAT made it 42-0. Fairview gets on the board, though, with about a minute and a half to go before halftime. Jace Murray from 69 yards away, and a failed two-point conversion made it 42-6. And then one more score in the first half. It was a Raceland 7-yard touchdown pass from Waller to Rousey, and then a PAT by Seth Morris made it 49-6. I should update that on my score sheet. There we go, 49-6. Finally, the final score of the ball game came in the third period of play. A 28-yard touchdown run by Aiden Bell, and then a failed two-point conversion for the Rams with running clock. They went for the two-point conversion, 55-6. Craig, looking down the line here for the Eagles, we mentioned they're on a bye next week. Paris the week after, and then they close the season out back in Mossy Bottom with Lewis County, who, by the way, if we have a score update, we'll tell you here momentarily. In that ball game, it looks like 36-0 in the fourth. Russell leads Lewis County. Also another update for you. Boyd County out in Cannonsburg trailing the Ashland Tomcats 35-7. So Ashland doing what they need to do out there to get the job done. Back to the Eagles, though. They have Paris in 2 weeks, but they have this bye week coming up. Coach Roy going to do what he needs to do to get his team prepared. A whole lot of football. Team's 4-4. They have a chance to win 2 more balls. This season's not over is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely. The season's not over. Obviously, Coach Roy is going to practice next week, even with it being a bye week.
Oh, yeah.
But he's going to give us some time for some of the injuries to heal up.
Yep.
And I would assume Coach Roy and the rest of the staff's going to be out.
And one name that we didn't say here tonight, and that was by design. We don't want to focus on injuries or things like that. Jeffrey Everett's missed that guy tonight.
Yeah,
a big presence on both sides of the ball, and I think 2 weeks will give him ample time to heal up.
Yeah, I think that they're doing it a day-by-day basis with him, and they're trying to see what's exactly wrong with him and see if they need to take him to the doctor, get checked out. But again, Greg, the trainer, doing a fantastic job for us, and is just keeping an eye on him on that perspective.
That's right. Well, Craig, that's going to just about do it for this broadcast. You got anything else?
Yeah, on behalf of Fairview Independent School System, we always do shout-outs to everybody. We want to do a big shout-out to Mr. Chauncey Griffith for coming and supporting the Fairview Eagles. He is taking time out of his evening to come and spend it with the Fairview Eagles, missing his kids on the Friday night evenings, and we appreciate his wife and his kids for allowing him to come out and help us out and call the game. So Chauncey, on behalf of the whole entire school district and the coaches, we do appreciate you very much.
Well, buddy, I just want to say I appreciate you for saying that, and I appreciate everyone for all that. But I'm telling you right now, I said it earlier, there's nowhere I'd rather be. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love my wife and kids, and I wish they were sitting here with us. But when it comes to, there's no program I'd rather support than this one right here. And I'm humbled, and I'm thankful to have the opportunity.
Yeah. I'm very glad to be here, and the old saying is once an eagle, always an eagle, and I stick to it no
that's
matter
right,
what.
buddy.
There's been people leave, but it's always once an eagle, always an eagle. You're going to be back.
Yes, sir.
I'm glad to be up here calling with you, and we do appreciate everything you do for us.
Well, I appreciate you, man. I really do, and I'll say it right back to you. Like I said earlier, you were holding the light for me. I wouldn't be able to read the paper without you, buddy. I appreciate you. Hey, that's going to do it for Craig McCormick. A big thank you to him. Thanks to Coach Alex Roy. Thank you to all the people here at Raceland, James Collier, for being so hospitable to us. I'm Chauncey Griffith. Good night. And until 2 weeks from now, God bless.
This has been Fairview Eagle Football. Thank you so much for joining us for another broadcast live on the Eagle Sports Network.